some books by Latinx authors that I do not see mentioned on my side of TikTok very often. So let me turn you on to some great books by Latinx authors that you may not see every day on your FYP. We are going to make this a little bit more of an informal video. We're going to go through these books that you might not have seen every day. We are going to ignore my roots and ignore the fact that I have 4 feral children running amok through my house. So if you hear a lot of craziness, that's what you're hearing. But let's go ahead and talk about these books. The first one I want to talk about is The Anatomy of Magic. This is the second book by J.C. Cervantes, who is a Mexican-American author. She's actually local to me, and I had the pleasure this year of watching her do a talk about The Anatomy of Magic at a local bookstore called Books on the Bosque. Check them out if you are local to Albuquerque or if you're visiting. They're fantastic. They're LGBTQIA owned, they're women owned, and they have a cute and adorable selection of books. But The Anatomy of Magic is the second book in a series following up from The Enchanted Hacienda, which I will put on the screen. These books follow the same group of family that have magic, they have a farm, they have all these things going on. And this follows the daughter that is a doctor who is experiencing some trauma related to her career, and she goes home and makes a muck of things there too and has to fix it. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, and definitely check it out. The next book on the list is by Jimmy Santiago Baca. This is a book of poetry called Martin and Meditations on the South Valley, which is where I live, which is super cool. He's another local to me author. Jimmy Santiago Baca has led an amazingly interesting life. He is Mexican and Apache, and he started off life very poverty-ridden. He went to prison. He was illiterate. He educated himself while he was incarcerated and came out an amazing speaker, an amazing poet and novelist, and he does talks all over the United States to this day about poverty and what leads to incarceration, and his books and his poetry. This is a very short book of poetry about living in the South Valley, and I relate to this so much because, again, this is where I live. I love this. It's very Chicano based, and it really showcases that subculture of Mexican American identity, and I really, really enjoyed this. We're gonna take a complete 180 and do a little bit of monster romance. This is Dear Monster Claus by Maeve Black. They write, again, monster romance. They are Latina, they are queer, they are fat, they do plus size characters, they do very Latina coded monsters, and honestly, this book is so fun. I know this is a Christmas book, but they have other books, My Dear Summer Girl, a lot of really good ones. A Valentine's book, Stupid Cupid, I think is what it's called. That one was fun. They write a whole lot of just really fun monster romances that are meant to be cheesy and interesting and romantic and smutty, and you really can't go wrong. Check them out. It wouldn't be me if I didn't mention a couple nonfiction, but these are both by the same author. I couldn't decide which one to feature, so you're getting them both. This is Inventing Latinos by Laura E. Gomez. This is a new story of American racism. This one was super, super interesting. I did listen to this on audiobook, and I bought the physical copy, and I want to listen to it again and annotate. This was absolutely eye-opening and interesting. And by the same author, we have Manifest Destinies, The Making of the Mexican American Race, which was also really, really good. And again, I went and bought a physical copy so I could annotate. So I will be reading these two again because they are just that good. You have to educate yourself on where we are, where we come from, our history, in order to understand and not repeat. So I am including these in there in case you are looking for some nonfiction that tackle Mexican American culture and identity. I have mentioned this before, and I'm going to do it again, and you'll probably see it again on my page because this is just one of my favorite novellas ever. This is a sci-fi novella called Time's Agent by Brenda Peinado, and honestly, she does Rock Eaters as well as another book that she writes, and it was also really, really good. This has sapphic romance. It is a portal type sci-fi. Basically, we follow our main character who is going through a very tumultuous time in her relationship with her wife, and she is an archaeologist that finds these pocket universes where time is not measured the same as it is on our Earth. So you can enter a pocket universe, be there for 2 seconds, and then come back out, and it's been 300 years on Earth. And corporations are taking these pocket universes, colonizing them, capitalizing them, draining them of resources in order to make themselves richer. And there is a whole plot against that. So this is a really fun, really quick read that has a lot of really great representation and is just a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed hearing about some Latinx authors that you may not see every day on your FYP. I have so much more. I only went through like 4 bookshelves to get all these. So if you would like me to do a part 2, put it in the comments. Happy to do that. Thanks for watching.